All right, today we're diving into something, well, huge. It's a blueprint for one of the most ambitious projects I've ever seen. We're not talking about a new app or a new platform. The goal here is to build an entirely new digital civilization, literally from the ground up, all running on a system they call the EGoldChain.
And this quote, right from their own materials, tells you everything you need to know about the scale of this thing. The ambition is off the charts. It's framed as a historic undertaking. So you have to ask, what's the problem that's so big it requires building a whole new world to fix it?
Well, according to them, the problem is the internet as we know it. They call it the Web 2.5 illusion, and they believe we've all been stuck inside it for more than a decade.
Here's how they frame it. We all feel like we're free online, right? But they argue that our digital lives are actually completely controlled by big tech servers and are under constant surveillance. They even go so far as to claim that the AI we use has been, and I'm quoting here, brainwashed by Silicon Valley.
And this slide really lays out that core conflict. You see, the original dream of the web was all about freedom, decentralization, and you, the user, being in control. But the reality they call Web 2.5 is a world run on centralized servers where censorship is a real thing. So what's their answer to this broken promise? Their solution isn't some simple patch or an update, it's a complete and total replacement. They're literally proposing to build a brand new digital civilization designed from scratch to make sure all the problems of the old system are left behind.
At the very heart of this new civilization is this one core idea: digital sovereignty. And the key thing to understand here is that it's all about you. You, the user, having absolute ownership and total control over your identity, your data, your digital stuff. No company, no central authority can ever take it away. The goal is to build something so good it just makes the old system obsolete.
Now, this isn't just some vague, high-level idea. The source material actually lays out a super specific architectural plan. This new civilization is built on what they call the 9 foundational pillars. So, let's see what they are. And here they are, all 9 of them. These are the pillars that are supposed to hold up the entire WebGold civilization. You've got everything from a new kind of money to a whole new way to get online. Each piece is designed to fit together to create a fully independent ecosystem. Let's break them down one by one.
Okay, first up, you gotta have an economy, right? That's the digital gold mass. Now, they make a huge point of saying they do not create coins out of thin air. The idea here is to link every single digital transaction to real, physical gold. The goal is to give this currency built-in stability and real, tangible value right from the start.
Now, if you have ever dealt with crypto, this probably looks familiar. These long, complicated, just impossible to remember wallet addresses. It's a huge pain point for so many people. And this project sees it as a fundamental problem of identity.
And this is their solution. Simple. Personal. Instead of a random string of nonsense, your digital identity is just you. Your name.
Which brings us to pillar number 2, Gold ID. This is your decentralized identity, one that you own and you control, period. But here's the really cool part. It's not just a username. Your Gold ID is also the address for your own personal, uncensorable website on what they're calling the D-Web, the decentralized web.
So how would you actually navigate around in this new world? Well, the next 3 pillars pretty much map out that whole user journey for you. It all starts with the Sovereign OS, a privacy-first operating system built for the blockchain, totally separate from iOS or Android. From there, you'd use their Gold browser to get on the new web, and it's designed with zero tracking. Finally, you'd get your software from the dApp Marketplace, an app store that runs on the principle of code is law, which basically means the rules are baked into the software itself, not decided by some company.
The final 4 pillars are all about building an infrastructure that is completely self-sustaining and can't be shut down. You've got a decentralized cloud for data storage that can't be seized, there's specialized hardware, and they actually call them technological war machines, like the Gold phone, for security that's built right into the chip. To make sure you're always connected, there's Gold Sky, a satellite internet service. And finally, DAI, a sovereign AI that lives and runs on the blockchain itself, completely free from big tech's influence. So you've seen all the individual pieces. But how does this all actually come together? Well, the source is very, very clear that this is not a weekend project. This is being presented as a long-term, deliberate, and truly epic scale mission.
And they really don't mince words. They state this is not a fantasy. They call it the strategic master plan of the century, which really positions it as this meticulous, almost generational construction project. This timeline kind of shows you their game plan. The foundation, which is the EGoldChain, they say is already built. We're currently in the next phase, where they're rolling out each of those 9 pillars we just talked about in a very specific order. And the end game, the long-term goal, is the full realization of that complete independent digital world.
And this really brings us full circle. This final quote from them just hammers home the sheer scale of what they're trying to do one last time. They're telling you not to think of this in terms of the crypto market, but to think of it in the context of human history itself.
So there you have it, a complete blueprint for a new digital society, all built on these core principles of sovereignty and decentralization. The master plan is laid out, and it's incredibly ambitious. And it really just leaves us with one massive, fundamental question. Can a new world truly be built from code?